very last one. So let's go back and look at 16. We're working on this one. And we got through the first, we're pretty much to the first part, and we're well into the second one, right? Estinatos, euthera agara calumene, infeta ta basilia, caetala archaea pepoietae, de heretae, de ahaute agara, e hereta archaea teptara mere. Tu donde esten hen men eisen, hen de ephebois, allo tableois, andrasen, allo toi superta stratusima ete gegonosa. Do you want to do that part? Let's do this part, okay? Together, let's do it all together, okay? Here we go. There is for them marketplace. Free marketplace, very good.
There had been made the
Palace, yeah.
and
And the other government buildings, okay? Quite. And this is singular because these are neuter plurals, right? Okay. Have been made, so perfect, okay? All right, and he agara, how to he agara, and this agara,
this marketplace was
the one, hereta
the one around the government building was divided
Mhm.
or is divided?
Yep.
Is it present or
It's perfect.
had been divided? Into 4 parts.
4 parts, very good.
One
Okay,
of these
one of these,
is for children.
Yep.
One for adolescent
Uh-huh,
boys, another for grown men,
excellent.
and another for those
Uh-huh.
having become past military years.
Past the military years, very good. Hereta stratusima ete, very good, excellent, okay? Nomoi de eis tase auton koras hekastoi tuton paresan. Okay, so let's do this.
By law,
By law,
is that each
uh-huh,
is, like each of these
uh-huh,
is present in his area.
uh-huh, into the areas, into their areas, okay? So hekastoi, these, okay, so each in our language is singular, okay? But this is plural, so I don't even know, each group, okay? Okay, hekastoi, yeah, right? Hoimen paides,
The children
uh-huh,
are together play.
that's right, okay. Okay, archontes, the F hekastoi tuton ton meron eset dodeca. Right? So the children are supposed to be there at essentially sunrise, okay, for the day, okay, during the day. Right? The archontes,
The leaders
uh-huh,
are
there are dodeca, there are 12 leaders. F hekastoi, for each tuton ton meron of these parts, okay? So each one of these 4 parts, 4 sections, there are 12 leaders, okay? Why?
because the Persian tribe tribes,
Each of the tribes,
had been split into 12.
into 12 parts, okay, are divided into 12, okay, very good. Kai epa mentois paisen,
And on all of these,
okay, oh, not, okay.
that's.
Not pasa,
The notes
right.
again.
Not pasa, but paisen, over the children, on the one hand, over the children,
Over.
are eiremenoi eisen,
That's a parts.
this is,
What?
okay, so look at this, okay, and then look at this.
So dividing themselves.
Are
Or
divided,
divided.
are divided, so look at this, this is the perfect passive participle.
Okay.
And with the verb to be. Selected, chosen. Okay, over the children are chosen. Hoi,
Those
who,
who
dokosen, landokosen,
should teach,
who would, not didasco, but
would doceo, give,
no, that's
not give.
That's from Didoma, seem.
See.
Those who seem to apodeknunai, to show, okay, to demonstrate, okay, or to instruct, okay. Tus aidos elpistus, the children, to be belpistus, the best. Okay. And note here, tus aidos belpistus, this is in predicate position, okay? So we have attributive and predicate position, okay? So not the best children, but the children understood to be the best, okay? Now these people selected are ekton geraiteron,
From the older one.
from the older ones, yeah. Ara ekete erotemata? Does that make sense, Maria? Okay, good. All right, so let's move on. Our last one. Te manthanus apoipaides.
What do the children
What are the children are very good. Okay. Kaisinaphon lege e scribe scribe. I'm getting my Latin memory mixed up. Scripte, is it?
is it craft?
Graphe, that's right. That's right. Graphe, thank you. So the children, hoimende paides,
Children
In this school.
in the school, yeah. Didascaleas, this is like archaea. Archaea are the government places. Didascalea are the teaching places. So the children into the teaching places, ente agarai,
in the marketplace.
in the marketplace. Voidontes,
What is another form of that word?
well, it's from foitao. Okay, foitao. I've seen it in some other places, but it's essentially the equivalent of colon. Okay. Okay. Foitao, you remember we saw this is where the beasts,
They would,
they would frequent
yeah.
their haunts, okay?
Well,
So this
shady
means-
dwelling place.
That's right, shady one, this is so this foitao means to go to or to visit, frequent, haunt, if you will, a location, okay, on an ongoing basis. Okay, so, haunting, if you will, regularly appearing into the teaching places in the Agara, they diagusa. We just saw this up here, so,
Right?
okay. Hoimen place that was afiasa, right? Okay. They allow
Oh, yeah,
tus presbyteros
they anticipate.
to
No.
diagain hopos ethelusa. Most cities afiasa allow autus tus presbyteros
It's not so low. So low. To
to
go through life.
go through life, yeah, to live.
Okay.
Okay, as however they wish, right? Okay, so here, good. So the children, diagusa, they spend their time manthanotes, learning, dikaiosune. Well, what? Okay, so what do we got in here? We've got DK is in there, right?
Justice.
Justice, okay. So dikaiosune, so it has dikaios, okay? That is the DK, that adjectival form of DK, just. Sune is this, you're gonna see this in a variety of contexts. In fact, I think we've got one coming up in the next one. Soprosune, which means a state of being, right? Refers to being a state of being. So this is a state of being just, okay? Dikaiosune. They learn the state of, being just.
That's an interesting reason.
Soprosune is another one that you're going to see, and it has to do with the idea of being moderate or temperate or sort of well reasoned, okay? Rational, right? Soprosune. Dikaiosune. Kailegusa, and they say, what? That epatuto erakontai, that they erakontai,
No, go, sorry.
go
That they
epatuto
go to this place?
for this,
For this.
hosper, just as parathanaios,
Just as.
so parathanos, so just among the Athenians or in an Athenian context, right? That they mate somenoi grammata. They learn grammar, okay? So the Persians go to learn dikaiosune just as the Athenians, among the Athenians, go to learn their grammar.
That makes sense.
Okay, great. Okay, so let's do that much. Let's go through that, okay? So, poimen de paides, the children.
Frequently go
Uh-huh,
into the school.
Uh-huh. uh-huh.
Spending time.
spending
They
time,
spend their time mantanontes, learning dikayasune.
listening,
Kategusa,
and listening. That
that they erakontai,
they have
epiduto for this
for
purpose,
this purpose,
hosper,
just as
parathanaios, among the Athenians, that they mathesomai, to learn
to our grammar.
grammar. Okay, so we've got a little bit of a condensed thing, okay? Just as among the Athenians, they say that they go for the reason, mathesomenoi, to learn grammar, okay? And this mathesomenoi is a future participle. Remember that the future participle, we use it with hos to express purpose, right? So here you have it embedded in this clause, hos mathesomenoi. Okay, hoi archontes. So this is hoi menphaides, and then we've got hoi de archontes. On the other hand, the leaders, okay? So we've got the students at Fides and we've got the leaders. They, the auton, that refers back to ton paidon. They diatelusa,
Is that like complete?
very much telos is in there, okay? Just like diaage, diatelusa, the same thing, they complete or they spend. We would say they spend. To pleiston te semeras,
Many of the days.
Okay.
Many of the day, much of the day.
much of the day, most of the day, okay? It took place on the most of the day. The kadzontes,
Something about justice.
yeah, the kadzo, not being just, but acting as judges for them, okay? Acting as judges, so the kadzo means to judge something, okay? For enclemata gignatai. So this is a new,
Is that assembly?
well, it's,
Or am I thinking of?
No, you're-
Ecclesia?
you are exactly on, you are exactly right. So ecclesia, okay, ecclesia means literally calling out, ecclesia, calling something out, sort of an assembly, ecclesia, it's the same thing. This is a slightly different, so it's just the flip side. Ecclesia means calling people out to an assembly, okay? Enclemata is the other way around, okay?
Okay.
Instead of ek, it's in. And we've got the clemata.
Because there's a new there with the epsilon, and there's a cap that
Exactly.
turns into a gamma.
Exactly.
Okay.
So this is literally, and we have the same thing through the Roman, through Latin. It is an indictment, okay? Okay, this ment is the neuter, it's the neuter ending, it's an ending that we use to create a concept, right? Okay, government, okay? So it corresponds to the ma ending in Greek.
And then the
And this
tau
is-
alpha is the first one.
Clay, yeah, so ma, matos, mata, and so on. So these are neuters. So the en clay means the calling. So it is literally the calling in, okay? Which comes in from deco and in deco and then ment. So there are indictments. Okay. There are indictments. Kaipasi. So the dative case would mean what?
Or two or four.
For, by, or to, okay? So they're indictments for or to the children, for the children. Pros alelos. This
For other,
toward each other.
toward.
This is the reciprocal, okay, towards each other. Just as there are for andras,
For
for men, okay? So what's happening is the children, the kids are holding court cases, okay, for each other, just as, and the older, their leaders are serving as the judges, just sort of mimicking or reflecting the adult system, okay?
It's like mock trial.
It's like exactly, it is exactly mock trial. That is exactly it. And who knew that right here at Rhodes College, they would be emulating the Persian educational system? Go figure. All right, so they had indictments, and then we've got all of these genitives, which are the genitives of the reason, of the charge, okay?
The list of.
The list, okay, so indictments for klopes, for theft. This is from klepto, right? Klepto, and for harpages, from harpazo,
Robbing.
from robbery, right? Harpazo. Kaidias,
Lying
no. So remember we saw it there, ia, so
maybe?
Kera.
Trying.
Henry, but so
By force.
by force, okay, so this is an indictment for force, okay? And ates, this is from tao. No, that's from apeto. Apatao means to deceive, deception, fraud. Kakologias, you can figure that one out, right?
Cursing.
Yeah, well, cursing, but not so much cursing as, because we don't take people to court for cursing, we take them to, for what?
So many things.
Well, no, but something related to saying, to speech.
I believe hate speech.
Yes. Yeah. But think of something that we can actually try, you can take someone to court for what kind of speech? Hate speech, yes, but if it's directed at a particular person or applies to a particular person, what do we call that? Starts with an S.
Slander.
Slander. Okay.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, and alon and other charges, hoyon, of which kind? It is akos. Akos. And akos is of what other kind is likely. Okay. That you can imagine. Okay. And, all right, so on gnosis. Yeah. So this is going to be a subjunctive, right? And it's from gignosco. Gignosco. And remember that the aorist of gignosco is egno. Okay. That's right. So, exactly. So, gnosa. Should they know whom, so of whom, this is a relative pronoun, whom they know to have adikuntas, So should they know that, whom should they know adikuntas, adikel? Remember we have this verb, we've had this verb a couple of times. This is, remember, Harpages says to Cyrus, mistreat, okay. So, or to do something unjust, right?
So,
Of these. So should they know that some, that of whom, that they are doing something of these things unjustly? Okay. They timoruntai. So we're gonna have a timoruntai and we're gonna have a kolazusa. They're gonna be contrasted. So those whom they know have done something unjust, they are going to do what? Not tackle, but, what do courts do? The courts find that someone has done something, punish, right? Okay. So they punish, right? They exact a penalty. Okay, and here we've got another one of these things. Should they use
they find
should they find someone on and whom they find enkalunta adikos. So here's enkalunta, which is related to an enklema, someone who is indicting adikos unjustly, they kolazusa.
Not expunged, but there's a word for it.
What do you think that might be?
What's the word? Maybe clears the grave margins. Not expunged, but like,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
yeah,
Exonerate.
it's all right. That's
Exonerate.
fine. Thank you.
Okay. Let's go down here. Kolazos. They checked. Okay, so they check those. In other words, they restrain or constrain those that have indicted, whoever indicts someone unjustly. Okay, so we've got these trials going on, and if it turns out that they actually that they have done something wrong, then they exact sort of the penalty. Okay, and those and whoever they find or they determine, they discover has indicted someone unjustly, they correct. Okay, should we go through that again? Start us off, Maria.
children on one hand,
Uh-huh,
going
uh-huh,
to the teaching place,
uh-huh.
in the market. They spend time
Uh-huh.
learning the state of unit trust,
Uh-huh.
and they say that they go
Mhm.
like in this way.
Yeah, for this purpose.
For this purpose.
For this.
as.
pair as an intense, just as.
Just as, among the Athenians.
Uh-huh. Understood. They say that they go hos grammata mathes somenoi,
To learn grammar.
to learn grammar. Okay, all right, continue.
On the other hand, the leaders of them,
Good.
spend time,
Spento pleiston pleistonera,
spend much time,
the
Oh.
most
the most days,
of the day,
most
most of the day.
Acting as judges for them.
Uh-huh. Excellent. Kalaroi.
Okay, for, indictments come into being,
Mm-hmm.
to each other,
For the
for the
children,
children,
cross each other, against each other.
against each other,
Hosper andrasen,
just as men.
just as for men. Okay.
And
Indictments for
of
Clopes.
theft,
Mhm.
robbery, force.
Apatao, deception.
Deception,
Okay.
uh,
And
slander,
slander.
and other
Uh-huh.
charges.
Uh-huh. Of the kind
Of
which
the kind which are like,
are likely. Okay. Okay. And whom they
should know
whom they should know of
of
these
these to
are that they are committing
commit unjust.
something
things.
unjust. Okay. They
Punish.
punish. And
And
they check
they check
whom
they
they should
Find.
use they find as is
indicting unjustly.
very good. Very good. Does that work? Does that make sense? Okay, good. All right. All right, so you can go home and work, review that, and then we'll start. Let's look at maybe just the first sentence or two from your very last reading assignment for this semester. There it is. Endututoi toi anagnosmata pera dialegomata. Okay, so in tutoi toi anagnosmata.
In this reading
Uh-huh.
about,
No,
not about,
So.
along
dialegomata. We have a dialogue. Okay. Okay, we converse. Hera, further.
for
We further with
Xenophon,
Xenophon. Hera
about
tes persices paideas.
the Persian children.
Not the
The
Persian children.
children of the Persian.
No, it's paideia.
Oh, education.
The
Education,
of
okay,
children.
Persian education, okay. Episkepsantes. Okay, so observing, looking at, okay, considering, episkepsantes, considering, tein gekaiosune.
No,
What
that's
is
not that was.
Gekaiosune? Stating of being just, okay. Okay, so so examining this idea of being just, right? We now in Newman,
What is that from?
okay, from N and noos. nos, nous, in mind, okay? So we in nohuman, we consider
Okay, that makes sense.
whether poteron existe, it is possible,
Oh,
whether it is possible,
Yeah.
or matetais,
what's units
mantane,
to learn
sophrosune.
to be.
Okay, very good. Te alo mantanu sa hoipaides.
Just children.
Te
What
alo.
other,
What else
what else?
What other?
Do children learn?
do the children learn? Okay. Kai xenophon, okay. Graphe, didasko elege, didaskusa.
To write.
They didaskusa. No, not mantanusa, but
Yeah.
didaskusa. They tipoi didaskalos.
Oh,
Ho didaskalos didaske.
teacher.
Yeah.
Teach.
So didaskusa.
The teacher. Teachers. Teaching.
They teach.
They teach.
They teach tus paidas.
Children.
Kai sophrosune. They teach the children not just dikaiasune, but sophrosune. That's right. Okay, all right. All right, so mega sum balatai.
Is that from Bali?
Yeah. So soon, which means what? With and balo, row. Okay. So what would that be? So, yeah, or, okay. Okay, combined with or add to esto montane. To what? To the learning, sophrone. So sophrone is the verb, right? Associated with sophrosune,
Rationalize.
to be rational, okay? Altus, them, okay? So to their learning to be rational, okay? Hota kai tus presbyterus, because they horosa, they see presbyteros, tus presbyteros,
The old ones.
the older ones, okay, and remember these are the older ones. Anapasan hapmeran,
All day.
all day, yeah, every day. So this is anapasan, every day. They see them via diagontas. Yeah, go ahead. Living sophronos, rationally. Okay. Okay. So essentially, these older ones set an example or model the process of living sophronos. Okay. Very good. All right, let's call it a day there. And we'll see you tomorrow. Excellent work, thank you. Oh, so tomorrow actually is gonna be our last class
At all?
at all.
Why is it?
Well, because Thursday I'll be out of town for one thing, and remember, and Michelle Madsen and the
Oh,
Germans
right.
want to use our room, so I thought we'll just,
Just let it go.
just call it. That's what I say, we'll just call it.
It's been a pleasure. Can't wait to do it again next spring.
I know, I can't wait either. Super excited to see what happens to Cyrus,
Me too, really.
I'm telling you.
I think
Something
he's gonna
else.
meet a nice girl, settle into his kingship with grace.
Oh, wait till you read whom he meets.
Oh, I bet he meets somebody very good. Alright, see you tomorrow.
He meets a woman named Amras.
What's her name?
Amras. And she,
Bet she messed up his life.
well, yeah, let's just put it that way.
Okay.